In the case of the diesel engines, to power the pumps and electric generators along the...
They were a family who you could respect, each member of them. They were fair. They looked after, in their way, the people who worked for them.
I mean, they would be seen around the factory quite frequently, which of course later on you rarely if ever saw the management. And I think there was a loss of family feeling when that occurred.
A lot of the old Allen's men were quite happy with they used to do. I remember going back a few years when Kenneth Allen used to walk around the works on a regular weekly or might be monthly basis, but I remember he used to come around and come and have a chat with certain people and say well done, and I used to look at that, and I can remember a bloke coming out of the toilet that he'd been round. He said, I missed him. Where's he gone? That was more concerned to him, the fact that he'd missed his little pat on the back and the little chat with him.
Mr. Norman would go around the drawing offices and be around the laboratories as well as around the works. I mean, he knew exactly if something had gone adrift somewhere, he would not only know that it had gone adrift, he'd know why and know how to fix it.
I sat thinking I could find nothing wrong with Allen's. Absolutely nothing wrong with the way they ran the factory or anything. They understood, you know, they recognised us. It was Christian names when they walked through, as many staff as there were and everything else. And it was nice. It was a family business, although it's got 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people in here. It was a family business.
You mean to say old Rupert Allen, the brother who looked after the works, he walked round the works every morning himself. And he knew most of the people he trained with, you see, so he knew them. And, you know, he was an old so-and-so, but he was a fair old so-and-so. And he had two very sharp blue eyes that used to look out from under his hat. And there wasn't a great deal escaped him. I mean, people didn't think he was all he might have been, but he was there, and that's more than you can say from a great many managers, works directors now.
I knew Kenneth quite well. I got involved with him in later years. A likeable guy, hands-on man who liked to sort of see what his workforce was doing, which interested me because he didn't just sit in the front office. He walked around the factory on a daily basis and asked questions, you know, what are you doing and things like that, which even in those early days for me impressed me because that's how I operated years later, hands-on sort of thing.